All right, LayJ, we're back again for Operation
Test-Tastrophe.
Operation Test-Tastrophe. Okay, and so what is this episode about?
It's about state tests.
State test?
Because they're coming up very soon.
Okay, and so what are state tests?
They're like this test that you take that shows your growth from the year, and sometimes they can even hold you back a grade.
Okay, and so every state has a state test, or most states have a state test?
I want to go to the state that doesn't.
I don't know if any of them don't, but I'm not sure that all of them do either. But yeah, so state tests. So is it at every grade level or? You mentioned that you can get held back a grade if you don't pass it, right? I think that depends on the state.
In the subject.
In the subject. In the grade level too.
Like, I think if it doesn't pass, I think that we will probably get held back because we're like the big kids.
Well, I think every state is different, but I think it's the state test in some states and then your grades in some states too. So if you don't have good grades, like if you don't have passing grades, I think you get held back too.
Really? I hope we're not in one of those states.
Yeah. Well, your grades are pretty good. You're doing pretty well. So, yeah. Yeah, so why are you so stressed about state tests?
Because what if our state is one of the states that if we don't pass this, what if we get held back? Like, that's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, so you have to pass it. Are you bad at taking tests?
A little.
A little? Why?
Because after the first, 15 questions, I'm like, yeah, this is great. But then my brain's like, why are we still taking this? We should be done by now.
So you lose focus.
Yeah, I get distracted by other things.
So what are you doing to prepare for your state tests?
I've been definitely studying. I forgot the word.
Are you sure you've been studying? Because you couldn't remember that you were studying. I don't think you've been studying.
I've just been she's been having us prepare in class. Like she gave us these packets that go over everything we've done in math. Math is the state test I'm scared for. That's the one I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah, we talked about Operation Math Mayhem, where math is like your
enemy.
Your enemy.
But reading, I'm comfortable with reading. That one's easy for me.
Okay. And so what tips are you trying to do to get yourself through the math state test or any of the state tests?
What I'm doing to prepare is I'm telling myself it's just a test. Just think of it as any other test. Don't think of it as this big obstacle. Just think of it as any other hurdle, any other test.
Okay.
And afterwards, I'm oh, we get a treat afterwards because afterwards they give us these little peppermint thingies.
So you're excited for peppermints?
What? Is that a bad thing?
You're excited for peppermints?
They're good.
Are they little cubes or they're little cylinders and they melt in your mouth?
They're yeah. They're the ones with the little red cardinal on them.
Okay.
I like those ones.
So you're excited for peppermint puffs? That's all it takes is peppermint puffs?
No, I think we also get these reward parties. We get, if we are there for the whole week, we get a reward party after we finish the test. Okay. So I think since we finished one of them recently, I think we get a reward party sometime this week or next week.
Okay. And so you're telling yourself that that's just a test. You're focusing on the party and peppermint puffs.
Yes.
Cool. I think some other things.
But guess what? Instead of giving the teachers peppermint puffs, they get chips and pretzels.
pretzel pack you chips and pretzels if that's what you want.
I didn't think about that. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I feel accomplished now.
Okay. Some other things, some good tips are use all the time, read the question twice, make sure you read the instructions. Read the instructions and get rid of the ones that you know are wrong first. And then I have a little secret one. You want to know my secret? I don't know if it works. It used to work for me. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
When in doubt, pick C.
What?
When in doubt, pick C.
Okay.
Now, you can't doubt all of them in a row because you're going to mess up the algorithm. Okay.
So don't always pick C. Like,
No. But that's only last resort. Like, you have no idea.
when in doubt, pick C.
When in doubt, pick C. But
Don't do it in a row.
don't do it in a row. So my tips were use all the time they give you. Read the question twice.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. Read. Use all the time they give you.
What do you do that for?
Read the question twice. Read the instructions. And eliminate the 2 answers that you know are wrong first. And then the 5th one.
When in doubt, pick C.
But only if you haven't been guessing. It's a last resort. So what else?
What do you do to get over your overwhelmedness for state tests?
Anytime I'm feeling overwhelmed about stuff, I just think like I can't get out of it. I'm gonna have to go through it. So buckle up for bumpy roads and just do my best. What do you do?
I stress.
Okay. How does that work out for you?
Sometimes, most of the time, 100% the time, it doesn't work out because I get so overwhelmed. My overwhelmness overwhelms me.
So if you know that being stressed does not work, you know that overwhelmed does not work, why do you keep doing it? Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So you can't continue to do the same thing and expect something different to happen. That's like walking into a wall. You just keep walking into the wall. Ow. Ow. Ow.
One day you'll be able to break through the wall.
Ow. Ow.
Technically, if you keep doing that, then you'll be able to break through it.
Ow.
Break.
Ow. Ow. Yeah. You see, something changed. Something changed and a different result happened. See? Great reference.
Were you waiting for me to do that?
Kind of, it worked out that way. But yeah, eventually you'll be able to get through the wall, but only if you change something.
Grab a chainsaw.
What do you need a chainsaw for?
To cut through the wall.
If you're using a chainsaw on the wall, you have bigger problems. Sometimes
What was that for?
What else you got for me?
Have you ever tried to cheat on a test?
Oh, see, here you go.
What'd I do?
Here you go with these questions. No, I've never tried to cheat on a test. You want to know why? Because I have a conscience. And if I cheated on the test, I would feel bad. So no, I ain't know. Have you tried to cheat on a test?
No.
Probably have.
No, I haven't.
You probably have.
I don't even have the stuff to try to cheat in a test.
Okay, what else?
That's it.
That's it? You gotta go? So you're gonna do good on your test?
I hope.
We'll see. We'll give an update, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Stay tuned for part 2.
Good job, kid. Love you.
Come on a journey with me, LayJ, as we solve all of our kid problems.